So, welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the live chat. So I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. It was pretty crazy. Lots happening. But I have to tell you, if you think that a lot has happened so far this season, you're in for a treat because there is so much more coming. Actually, I've been talking to some of the cast, and all of us are so on edge waiting for you to see the rest of the season, because it's from this point on that everything kind of explodes. You know, the Sealy Court and everything that happened in this last episode is kind of the catalyst for everything else that happens, and it really takes off from here. So I thought I'd take this time to answer any questions you might have a nice discussion, because you know I always love discussing things with you guys. So let's get started. Those of you, I don't know if anybody is on here who was in Paris last week, but it was so much fun meeting all of you and getting to hang out and really have some amazing conversations about the show and about your experiences with it. So thank you guys for everything. And I'm looking forward to the other times that I'm going to get to meet folks. Why no episode this week? I don't actually know. I think it's because Freeform has programming because of the July 4th holiday, and so they had to rearrange things a bit. Georgiana's asking if Simon and Clary make up. They definitely discuss everything, but, and I can't say anything without spoiling it, but what I can say is it definitely changes everything for them. It changes because it's sort of a, I can't say anything without spoiling it. I'm really sorry, guys. I wish I could answer that question for you. Yes, I'm sad I have to wait a week for an episode. I want to see it as much as you guys do, because I don't get to see it until you guys do. So yes. Ooh, my favorite episode to film? This is quite honestly the hardest question for me, because every single episode is so different and brings something so different, and I feel so silly whenever I try and answer this question, because I always pick an episode and then I go, oh, well then that episode, and that episode, and that episode, and that episode. So something in all of them is really great, but I'm so excited for you guys to see the finale. It's bonkers. What's going to happen between Alec and Magnus? I can't tell you. You don't need to spoil the show. Goodness. Do I like Clace? I do like Clace. I think Clace is awesome. But I also like Kleiman. And I think that, you know, there's kind of a time for everything. I think there's such rich characters in the show that all of the relationships that happen and all of the journeys that happen within each character are super important, and they all have their merits in different ways. Of course I love Malik. Who doesn't love Malik? Are there any more guest stars coming on? Let me think if we have anybody new. Oh yeah, there's a few more. I mean, we're always bringing in new characters, let's be real. So as far as Selena York is asking if I do my own fight scenes or if it's a double, and it's a little bit of both. You know, as far as much training as we've had, we have amazing stunt coordinators who have taken the time to train us and who have really worked with us so that we know the principles of the martial arts. And as far as my fights go now, I do the majority of it at this point, which is amazing. But I always learn it from my stunt double. I have an incredible stunt double who does all of the things that they won't let me do because of insurance or otherwise. But she's amazing, and they usually choreograph things with our stunt doubles because we're off filming the show, and then when we come in for rehearsal, I learn it from her, and she moves you know, she and I have worked really hard to move very similarly, and she's my size, and so she understands how that movement is and how it works best for our body type, and it's amazing to learn it from her just because she's an absolute badass and so skilled at everything. I've learned some amazing things from her. Let's see, you have so many good questions. Do I read the entire script or just my parts? I do read the entire script. I actually read the script several times. I'll read it once just to get the sense of it, and then I'll start narrowing down. But one of my favorite ways to experience the script is at the table read, because we have everybody sitting there and reading it out loud, and it's really the first time we get a sense of the choices people are making in the episode and the direction it's going to take, and it's amazing, because often there are scenes that are read in the table read that I don't hear or see again until the episode airs, and so that's always really fun to see the evolution of the scenes from that point until when they air. What's happening with Clace? A lot is happening with everyone on the show. It's just, it's a big mess. Let me see. Oh, there's so many good questions, you guys. Who is in the closet from the ending of the last episode? You'll have to ask Will, because I wasn't there when they shot that scene, so who knows? You could ask Will, or you could just watch the episode next week and you might have some answers. I'm sorry, I want to tell you guys so much, but I think it's better if you watch the show, because the way it's put together is so wonderful. Fave book. My favorite book is Watership Down by Richard Adams. It's been my favorite book since I was a kid, and it's amazing. I would check it out. And also The Mortal Instruments. I hope to be at New York Comic Con this year. We're going to San Diego Comic Con, which is going to be fun. Very excited. What makes Clary strong as a person? I think it's a combination of several factors. Clary, you know, Jocelyn raised Clary to be, and Luke too, really, if you think about it. They raised Clary to be very independent and very strong and very centered in who she is. And Clary does everything from her heart, and I think that in and of itself provides an inner strength. But she also is gaining strength from the people around her, from Jace, from Simon, from Izzy and Alec, and everybody, and from Sebastian even, who have been encouraging her and teaching her and helping her to have confidence in her own skills and in her instincts. And that's where that strength is coming from. BC Reader 19 asks, what did I think about the Fairy Court set? I loved that set. It was so beautiful. I remember walking onto it the first time, and we were just floored by it. They did a lot in post-production as far as, you know, the sealing of it and creating the wash of lighting effect and color so that it was a little dreamy and a little weird. But our set decorators and our set designers are so brilliant. They create these sets that every time I walk into a new set, I just want to live there. Our one of our production designers always jokes with me whenever he creates a new apartment set, because I always say I want to live there. I tell you, they should just help me design. I always threaten to ask them to help me furniture shop because they're so amazing and they always find such cool pieces. Does Clary visit Idris in this season? I can neither confirm nor deny that question. I think you should keep watching. Will there be more Clary and Sebastian moments? Yes. And that is all I can say. What type of downworlder would I be? I would like to be a warlock. I just love everything that they represent and everything that they do, and the type of powers that they have, I think I would really enjoy. But maybe it's just because Harry makes it seem so wonderful. I don't know. Yes, I'm excited to go to Milan. I can't wait. My favorite part about the books. That's interesting. I think my favorite part about the books is there's such diversity in every aspect. In the characters, in the relationships, but also every single one of the characters has a journey, and that they develop and they learn something and they grow from the events that happen. I think that's very true to life, in that all of our lives have a journey, and we all sort of, if we pay attention, we can really learn a lot from the things that happen to us. The best part of playing Clary. That's hard. I'd have to say it's, oh gosh. Well, there's several things. I'll just start answering instead of trying to figure out how to be concise. I'll just give you the long answer. I love playing Clary because she's a character that continues to grow, because she's a flawed heroine, because she makes mistakes all the time. She's very human. She has the best of intentions and throws herself with all of her heart into everything that she does. But she still makes mistakes, and I love how human that is, and I love how relatable that is. I love how much she cares about the people she loves, and how compassionate she is, and how driven she is to do the right thing no matter what. I love the fact that I get to go to work every day with people that I genuinely love and create a story that I genuinely care about. And I also love the fact that I get to be a little bit of a badass, and I get to learn new skills, and I get to exist in a world with all these creatures and amazing things. I learn so much every day on set, from the camera crew, from our visual effects team, from our stunt coordinators, from wardrobe, from hair and makeup. I learn from every single person on set, and I think that's such a valuable experience. Oh, you guys are so sweet. My favorite singer. I've always been obsessed with Ed Sheeran. Sarah Bareilles I love, but I'm kind of obsessing over Halsey's new album right now. I don't know about you guys. It's pretty great. Ooh, which Mortal Instruments book is my favorite? I don't know. If I could shapeshift, who or what would I shapeshift into? This is a hard question. Part of me wants to say just a panda, because I think they're amazing and cute. Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Oh my goodness. Hey, Dom. Oh my goodness. I'm not telling anyone anything, Dom, I swear. I'm being really good, I promise. Dom's the spoiler police today. Oh my goodness. Oh, working with Dom. Oh, apparently Dom says working with Dom is the best part of the show. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. I'm catching up on all these comments. Oh my god. I'm missing all of this. You guys are so funny. Okay. Yes, I'm getting the comments late because you guys asked such great questions and I'm missing everything. Bye, Dom. Thanks for watching. Okay, now I have to go back to your questions after sorting through all of Dom's comments. um, oh my god, but in all seriousness, Dom is not wrong. He is one of the best parts of working on the show. I gotta say, it's really amazing to get to work with great friends and to be working with people that you've known for years. And this is something that's become so special about Shadowhunters, is that the cast is so close and everyone has gotten to be friends with everyone else. So no matter who you're working with in the scene, you know you're working with friends, and you know you're working with someone that you have an inherent level of trust with, and then you can just play, and that's what makes it fun. Especially now that we're, about to be 3 seasons deep, where these relationships have developed for so long that you're constantly trying to find something new and a new color to explore. And also behind the scenes, it's really fun because I have a bunch of big brothers that don't let me get away with anything, and I think it's great. What's it like watching Harry dance? Mesmerizing, truly. I love it though because he's such a natural at it. I don't even think he realizes all the time how special it is. But it's just art. It's living, moving art, and I love it. When is the next episode? Monday. So not today, but a week from today will be the next episode. Place in the world I would like to see right now. I kind of want to, there's so many. The list is too long. I've definitely made a promise to myself to try and travel more though, because there's so much of the world that I haven't seen, and every time I travel somewhere new, it opens my eyes to a different perspective and a different way of living and a different lease on life, if you will. And it's something that I really value, and it's something I want to experience as much as I can. My favorite friendship on this show, gosh, this is hard, because the Clary-Simon friendship has always been so special to me, because it's something that Alberto and I had to establish right away, and it became one of my favorite things. Hi, Maxwell, I miss you! But each friendship brings out a different quality in the person, and everything kind of develops in such an interesting way. There's Clary and Izzy's friendship, for example, there's so much there because you have these 2 women that are these powerful warriors, but in different ways, and they're learning from each other, and they've been sisters since day one. And even looking at Clary and Alec's relationship, it's come so far from, when they met and he was calling her this thing and little girl, to now, I get a hey Frey occasionally, not just from Simon Lewis, but also from Alec, which is pretty great. And then even, you got to see a little bit of Clary and Maya in this last episode, or in 2 episodes ago, which I think is another friendship that I would love to see develop more, personally. Favorite memory from working on the show? There's too many, but one of my favorite memories, I can't even tell you! I'll tell you later. I'll rain check on that. I'll tell you later. I haven't read all of Cassie's books, but I have read the entire Mortal Instruments series, because I kind of read ahead, but I didn't want to know anything outside of what Clary would have known kind of in this part of the story. So I'm waiting till the series is done, and then I'm going to read everything, because I'm a huge Cassie Clare fan. Who is my parabatai? Difficult question. I don't know. Has Dom pranked me lately? No, he hasn't, and it's scaring me very much, because occasionally he'll bring up the fact that he has an idea for a prank, and then it's a really good one and his best one ever, and then he doesn't talk about it again for like a month, and then he'll bring it up again. So I'm sort of resigned to the fact at this point that it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a great prank, and it's really gonna scare me, and it's probably gonna be videoed. So you have that to look forward to. Oh, you guys are such sweethearts. My favorite episode to film. Hey Ryan, how are you? Oh my goodness. My favorite episode so far, I think, has been... I honestly can't choose between this. Season 2B is kind of... It's definitely been my favorite section of Shadowhunters so far, because it really has taken the show to the next level, and every single episode just keeps building, but there is something in each episode that's really special to me. And because it provides a new challenge, and because I always learn something. I do get along with all the actors. We're actually really lucky in that our show, everybody gets along and everybody genuinely enjoys each other's company. And I think it's great. Oh, Alicia. You know, working with Alicia is probably one of the greatest things ever, and I wish I got to do it more. That's such a great question. Hi, Alicia. Oh, let's see. Alicia's amazing, by the way. How badass was she a few episodes ago? I know. But, you know, I mean, in and of itself, the cast is so great. We work hard, we play hard, and we're a family. And I can't tell you how valuable that is to me, because we do spend so much time, and we do pour blood, sweat, and tears in the show, and we really commit. I see the Shadowhunters cast more than I see my family or my friends outside of the show. And the fact that they're genuinely amazing people that I can look up to and learn from and be close to is the best. It really is. The escape room was so much fun. Jade, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jade is the master of escape rooms and always finds the most amazing ones for us to go to. He took me to my first escape room in Toronto during season 1, and we had the best time. And so every time Jade says we should go to an escape room, I say yes, 100%, because he knows what's up. I do like Supernatural, actually. It's a great show. My favorite food? I have a few favorite foods. Soft pretzels, scones, Mexican food, most pastries, just general pastries. All good things. Will we get more Luke scenes soon? Yes, you will. And Luke has some really cool stuff to do this season. And Isaiah's just a boss. He's the greatest. Favorite flavor of ice cream? As long as it has cookie dough, I'm happy. Or it's cookie of some sort. There's this place in New York City that just opened that I saw that's a cookie dough cafe where they serve cookie dough like ice cream. And I'm kind of thinking that's a really good idea because I just get the ice cream for the cookie dough anyway. So I'm going to make my way there. My favorite song at the moment? I have a few. Galway Girl, Ed Sheeran. Your Song, Rita Ora. Heaven in Hiding by Halsey. Oh, so many good ones. Believer by Imagine Dragons. It's another great one. I love Marvel. I love just about anything Marvel. Throw it my way. It's such a neat universe, and it's also interconnected. I wonder what would happen if Shadowhunters crossed over with the Avengers or something. That would be really funny. speaking of music, I do have a surprise for you guys at some point, but we'll talk about that later. Oh, I've seen that ice cream place in Toronto. Maybe I'll go check it out. Thanks for the suggestion, guys. My favorite rune. Oh, hey, Martha Calvo. I'm a big fan. Favorite rune. See, this is a difficult question because the runes have become so personal for me, especially as Clary being the rune master, if you will. I love the angelic rune. I think that'll probably always be my favorite, just because it's sort of all-encompassing of what the show is for me and what these characters represent. But there's a new rune coming very soon that I found really fun and sort of opens up a whole new can of worms, if you will, for the Shadowhunters. My favorite cereal? See, mine was always either, I feel like Frosted Flakes or Rice Krispies. Oh, there was a granola type cereal that I used to love, and I forget what it's called, but I always used to put butterscotch chips in it. I'm obsessed with butterscotch. It's my favorite thing in the world. Jade, other than Jade. Jade is my other favorite thing in the world. Hi, babe. Oh, wait, no. Ah, see, I'm still learning how to use Instagram Live. It's so fun, though. I really like this. Aw, all these comments are making me miss the cast. I miss hanging out with you guys. We'll be back soon. Be good stuff. Do I like unicorns? Yes. I think that's I actually bought a t-shirt today that says something about unicorns. I think they're wonderful, magical creatures, and I wish they were true. True? I wish they were real. I can't even speak anymore. My brain is gone. Oh, you guys have such good questions. What else? I'm gonna see if there's any up here that I missed. If I could play another character other than Clary. I think I would love to play Magnus, but Harry does it so well that I don't want to even step on those toes. Sebastian was my favorite character from the books, so I think I'd have to say Sebastian. But Will does it brilliantly, so once again, more power to him. I don't know, that's another thing about the show that... Oh, hey, Paul! That's another thing about the show that I love, is that each person who's cast brings something to the character that I think just... They're all so perfectly cast, and then on top of that, being who they are as human beings, it brings something extra to the character that brings them to life in such a cool way. And I don't know, I as a fan of the books, I fangirl a little bit every time they bring somebody new on the show, because it always makes so much sense and it's so exciting, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Well, if Shadowhunters were to cross over, I think, well, Stitchers, clearly. No, I think it'd be fun if they crossed over with a show like Once Upon a Time, or Supernatural, or something super weird like Orange is the New Black, because why not? Oh, Death Cure was fun. I had a really good time on Death Cure. It was great to go back and see all those guys again and have that reunion and finish up the "Hey Adam!" and finish up that chapter of the story. Because that's like another family too. You know, that's... Both projects are really truly special to me because of the people involved. And it's nice to go back to those to those people having not, because I hadn't seen the Scorch Trials cast for a long time. We hadn't been together for a long time, and it was great to kind of get to catch up. And South Africa was beautiful, so that was awesome. Hi, Pearson! It's like a reunion. I should do this more often. Getting to say hi to everybody. This is great. What else can I say about Death Care? Oh, the sets were beautiful, by the way. We filmed on these gorgeous beaches and in the mountains and all these amazing places, and I would just sit on set and take pictures of the view because it was so gorgeous. It was really fun. I want to go back and really explore the country. What time is it? Okay, so I have 5 minutes left before I have to bid you adieu. My favorite place in the world, I think my favorite place in the world is my grandparents' kitchen, because it's always been the heart of their house, and no matter what, no matter how many people are there or how many people are in the house or how spread out we are, we always end up in the kitchen. And one by one person will be there, and then another person will end up there, and slowly but surely we're all there. And that's home, because they taught me how to cook, and they taught me how to bake, and that's home. So that's my favorite place. When are we going to see Sarah? At some point. She's going to be on the show, and she's killing it. I can tell you that much. Should there be dragons in Shadowhunters? Absolutely. I think if there's a question, should there be dragons in any situation, I think the answer is yes. It'll cause a lot of problems, though. There's a fire rune, but is there a fire extinguisher rune? I think that would have to go on the list of things that Clary would need to create. I did watch PLL, but I am like 2 seasons behind. Basically, when I started shooting Shadowhunters, I didn't have time to watch PLL anymore. And so I have to catch up, and especially since I've been trying to avoid all of the spoilers between, when it's aired and now. My favorite prank on set, I gotta say, it's when Dom taped me to the trailer. I found that really funny. I did. It was great. But there have been some really good pranks. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more when we go back for season 3, though. I do love The Vampire Diaries. It's a great show. I'm still a couple seasons behind on that, though. But working with Paul was awesome. Episode 16 is going to be really amazing. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. I feel like I keep saying that over and over again, and I wish I could be more specific. But there's so few things that I can say without spoiling the show. But I think that's what's exciting, is that there's so many things happening that I can't even say anything. Right? Sure. Gotta find these questions here. Maze Runner or Shadowhunters? Both. What 3 things would I take to a desert island? A sack of potatoes, an anthology of some author, some kind of book that I could read forever, and sunscreen, because I burn real easy. But it would have to be like a big old bottle of sunscreen if I was going to be on the island for long. Or can I bring people? Can I bring the cast of Shadowhunters? Oh, they would hate me for that. Stranding them all on a desert island. But I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think that if you put the cast of Shadowhunters on a desert island, we would survive, and we would make our own society and our own living arrangements, and, somebody would MacGyver something. It'd be good. I think we'd do all right. I think we'd be okay. How do I feel about cows? I do like cows. I grew up in the Midwest. I'm very familiar with cows. Can't say I love them as much as Matthew Daddario, but I respect him for his love of cows. I think it's great. A hat, a boat, and the potatoes. I think that's good. Would I ever want to direct or produce? Absolutely. It's actually something I would like to do soon. That's something great about Shadowhunters is we've had so many different directors come on, and I've learned so much from each of them because they're all extremely different in their process, in the way they direct, in the way they see the show, in the way that they interact with the crew or with us, or how they attack a script and how they break it down. And I would love to try my hand at it because I've tried to take little bits and pieces from each one. And I think that would be really exciting. I'll always want to be creating characters and telling stories and being in front of the camera, but I think it's another interesting aspect that I'd love to do. Favorite show other than Shadowhunters? I've been really into Veep lately. I've also, Game of Thrones, clearly. Orange is the New Black, I just finished the new season of. I tried to make it last as long as I could. So I'd watch like 3 episodes, then wait 4 days. And then watch 3 episodes, then wait 4 more days. And watch 4 episodes, and then wait 3 more days. Teen Wolf. I loved Teen Wolf. I had so many friends on that show. They're good folks over there. Favorite drinks? Coffee. Coffee. If we're talking alcoholic drinks, Scotch neat, but coffee's great. In my free time, what do I do in my free time? What free time? No, I chat with you guys. No, I love spin class is something I absolutely love. I have a friend who teaches, and she's amazing, so I've gotten really into that. But one of my favorite things, other than traveling, is to just spend time with family and friends. A game night with a great group of people is probably my favorite thing in the world. I've also been trying to remind myself to read more lately, because I end up reading so many scripts and doing so many things I don't have time to actually just pick up a book. But I miss that. I used to live with a book attached to my hand. Game night with the cast of Shadowhunters? That's what we need to do for season 3. We need to have more game nights. I miss Werewolf. We need to do that again. That was fun. Would you guys like that if we did Werewolf again and live streamed it for you guys? We could Instagram live. Alright, final questions. Send them my way, because I have to skedaddle. Favorite board game? Settlers of Catan is great. One of my favorite board games. I also love Scrabble, of course. Who doesn't love Scrabble? Alright, I can answer one more question, and then I gotta head out. Do I have a role model? I've had a lot of role models in my life, but I have to say there are a lot of amazing, really career-driven, talented, intelligent women in my family. But all of these women are also, they're also mothers and sisters and daughters and aunts and cousins, and they've found ways to balance family and career and education, and that's something that I've always really admired in them, and something that I've tried to do as well. That's one reason I'm always such a proponent for education, because I think it's so important, and I think it's something that should be a process of joy and discovery instead of a chore or things like this. But anyway, I digress. I have to head out, but this has been amazing. I've had so much fun chatting with you guys, and it's been great chatting with you, answering your questions, getting to talk about the show. Hopefully it's gotten you through your Monday night without Shadowhunters. And thank you so much for everything you guys do, for the fan art, for the letters, for the pictures and the tweets that you send. You guys are incredible. We love you guys. We see you guys. And I can't wait to see what you guys think of the episode next week. be sure to let me know. Bye, angels.